When you think of multiple sources of income, what comes to mind? Working more hours? Sacrificing weekends? Wizard, let me tell you something that might sound strange. Having multiple sources of income isn't about working more, but about working smarter. By the age of 30, I reached a point where money works for me instead of me working for it. But it wasn't always like this. There were mistakes, learnings, and decisions that brought me here. Today, I'm going to share exactly how this works, detailing my 9 sources of income and showing that building wealth doesn't have to be as complicated as it seems. Want to know how to turn effort into real results? I'll lay it all out with strategies you can apply in your own life, with no mystery and no beating around the bush. Let's get straight to the point. 1. YouTube AdSense. Did you know that YouTube can be a real money-making machine? But make no mistake, it's not just about posting videos and waiting for a miracle to happen. The magic is in AdSense, that system that pays for the ads displayed in your videos. Here come 2 important terms: CPM, which is how much you earn per thousand monetized views, and RPM, which is the actual revenue per thousand total views. Imagine you have a 10-minute video that got 50,000 views and an RPM of $5. That's $250 straight into your pocket. Sounds incredible, right? But the key is in knowing how to maximize those numbers. Choosing the right niche makes all the difference. Categories like technology, finance, and education, for example, have higher CPMs because they attract advertisers who are willing to invest heavily. If you're savvy about financial planning, you can create videos teaching how to save, invest, or even generate extra income. This type of content is not only useful for the audience but also very lucrative. And you know what's interesting? The more engaged the audience, the greater the chance of ads converting, which means more money for you. Focus on quality is essential here. A well-made video is worth much more than several poorly planned videos thrown into the air. Another important detail: the duration of the videos. Videos over 8 minutes allow the inclusion of multiple ads, which increases the profit potential. But that doesn't mean you should pad it out. If the content isn't interesting, no one will watch to the end. And without views, there's no revenue. Strategy is everything. AdSense can be a great entry point, but there are other smart ways to make money while you create value for the audience. 2. Dividends. Dividends are one of the most practical ways to generate a consistent passive income. When you invest in stocks of companies that pay dividends, you are essentially becoming a partner in these companies and receiving a part of the profit regularly. Think of big names like Coca-Cola, Apple, or Johnson & Johnson. They have a history of distributing dividends to their shareholders. For example, if you invest $10,000 in a company with a dividend return of 4%, you will receive $400 a year without lifting a finger. Sounds like a good deal, doesn't it? But how to get started? A basic strategy is to look for companies in stable sectors, such as energy, health, or consumer goods, which tend to maintain dividend payments even in tough times. Moreover, dividend-focused index funds, like the Vanguard Dividend Appreciation ETF, VIG, can be a great alternative to diversify your portfolio without needing to pick individual stocks. This way, you reduce risks while enjoying the extra income. The important thing is to reinvest the dividends received at the beginning to create a snowball effect and grow your assets over time. The best thing about dividends is that they can become a reliable source of income over the years. Imagine using this money to supplement your retirement or even cover your monthly expenses, reducing your dependence on active work. This is the type of financial planning that transforms your relationship with money. And while you keep receiving these payments, there are other ways to maximize your earnings and diversify your investment portfolio. 3. Community platform. Building a community based on financial education is one of the most rewarding initiatives I have ever invested in. The idea is simple: gather people interested in learning about money, extra income, and financial planning, creating a space for knowledge exchange. Soon, I will launch a platform focused precisely on this, a project still in the investment phase, but with huge potential for impact. Here, the goal is to connect those who want to learn with those who have something to teach, all in an accessible and collaborative environment. The strength of a community lies in the exchange of experiences. For example, within this platform, we have forums on how to start investing, spreadsheets to organize personal finances, and even webinars with guest experts. It's something that goes beyond simple teaching. It's a way to encourage people to take control of their own money and find paths to achieve the much-desired financial independence. And the best part, the larger the community grows, the richer it becomes, not just in money, but in shared knowledge. Of course, creating such a platform requires investment and planning. But, meanwhile, I am already beginning to realize that this network is much more than a project. It is an ecosystem that supports other ways of generating income. From the AdSense I mentioned before to the possibility of using this base for other financial initiatives, everything connects. And it is exactly this dynamism that opens space for new opportunities, such as exploring partnerships that add value and trust to the audience. 4. Sponsorships. Partnerships with brands are one of the most interesting ways to diversify earnings, but here enters a crucial point: the trust of the audience. When I close a partnership, the first thing I evaluate is whether the product or service makes sense for those who follow me. It's useless to promote something that I wouldn't use or that isn't aligned with financial planning or generating extra income. For example, I have worked with investment platforms and digital banks that offer practical and accessible solutions. This genuine connection makes all the difference, both in impact and financial results. A good partnership is one that adds value for everyone involved. Imagine a brand of financial organization tools that helps people create a more efficient planning. By presenting this to the audience, I'm not only promoting something relevant but also strengthening my credibility as a mentor on the subject. It's the kind of advertising that doesn't even seem like an ad because it really helps those on the other side. And, of course, this directly reflects in my earnings, creating a source of income that adds to the others. Another advantage is that sponsorships allow investing in other projects without needing to sacrifice savings. This cash flow can be directed towards initiatives like improving content quality, exploring new formats, or even expanding that community I mentioned earlier. Each step is strategically thought out, with a long-term vision in mind. And while the partnerships continue to bear fruit, there are still other ways to increase revenues in an active and sustainable way. 5. Active income. Although diversifying sources of income is essential, maintaining an active income source also has its value. In my case, acting as an administrator is a way not only to maintain my professional credential but also to generate a consistent financial flow. This work allows me to have a foot in the real world of finance, dealing directly with clients and their financial challenges. It's something that complements my theoretical knowledge, bringing practical insights that even reflect in the content I create. Being an administrator also gives me the flexibility to choose the projects I want to take on. For example, I can help small businesses organize their finances or offer personalized consultations for those just starting to invest. Moreover, this type of work has a stable demand, especially during times like tax season in the United States. This ensures a predictable cash flow, which is crucial to sustain other projects in their early stages or that depend on larger investments. The most interesting thing is that my role as an administrator not only complements, but also feeds other income sources, such as the online courses I develop. Many of the questions I answer in consultations end up becoming inspiration to create content that can help even more people. This shows how, with a little strategy, it is possible to transform a traditional job into something that strengthens all areas of your financial life. But there are other ways to diversify earnings that don't depend on active work, and they can be even more interesting. 6. Real estate. Investing in real estate is one of the most established ways to generate extra income and build wealth over time. The advantage lies in the flexibility. You can opt for residential or commercial rentals, or even REITs, real estate investment trusts, which are great for those who want to invest without dealing with direct property management. Recently, I've shifted my focus to commercial properties. Why? They tend to offer greater stability and long-term contracts, as well as a more predictable income flow. For example, imagine renting a space to a small business or office. Not only do you receive monthly rent, but you can also negotiate additional fees, depending on the contract. Moreover, REITs are an excellent alternative for those who do not want to worry about tenants or maintenance. With just a few clicks, you can invest in a diversified portfolio of properties and receive dividends directly into your account. It's a practical way to incorporate real estate into your financial planning, even with a limited budget. Another interesting point is that physical properties and REITs can be used to diversify your investment portfolio, reducing overall risks. And, of course, The real estate market also offers opportunities for asset appreciation, meaning the property itself can increase in value over time. All this makes real estate a key piece in my income generation strategy. But, to complement, there are ways to leverage your skills for financial gains that go beyond the traditional market. 7. Public speaking. Public speaking is an art that, when well mastered, can transform into an excellent source of extra income. The opportunity to conduct workshops and lectures on financial planning has been an enriching and simultaneously profitable experience, although it is not what I like the most. Companies, schools, and events are always looking for experts to share practical insights that help their audiences handle money better. A well-structured lecture can not only provide direct remuneration but also open doors for new partnerships and invitations. A practical example of this is that by sharing real stories and clear strategies during a lecture, I not only engage the audience but also demonstrate the value of simple actions, such as organizing a budget or starting to invest. This creates a direct impact on those who listen and also strengthens my reputation as a financial educator. Moreover, the more well-known you become in the market, the greater your ability to negotiate better fees for your presentations. Interestingly, lectures and workshops also serve as a springboard for other income sources, such as online courses or book sales. It's a way to transform knowledge into a continuous cycle of money generation and value creation for those who are learning. And the good thing is that as my lecture schedule grows, other ways to further diversify revenue emerge, taking advantage of opportunities that can be explored digitally. 8. Affiliates. Affiliate marketing is an incredible way to turn reliable products and services into an extra source of income. The idea is simple. You promote something that you already use or believe in, and earn a commission for each sale made through your link. In my case, I usually work with financial platforms, financial organization apps, and even specialized courses. The key to success with affiliates is in choosing the right products. It's no use promoting something you wouldn't recommend to a friend. Authenticity is what creates trust and engagement. A good strategy is to create content that shows how to use the product, such as tutorials or detailed reviews. This way, people understand the value of what you're promoting, and conversion becomes more natural. Additionally, choosing programs with recurring commissions, such as service subscriptions, can generate a steady income over time. Interestingly, this form of income does not require much initial investment, just time and dedication to create well-targeted content. Moreover, it's an excellent way to monetize other projects, like a YouTube channel or a community platform. And while affiliates bring returns, there are also other ways to turn knowledge and experience into scalable and continuous income. 9. Courses. Creating online courses is one of the most scalable ways to turn knowledge into money. When I started producing courses, the goal was clear: to teach financial planning in a practical and accessible way, helping people achieve more freedom with their money. The great advantage of courses is that, once created, they continue to generate income without the need to be present all the time. For example, I developed a basic personal finance course that covers everything from controlling expenses to taking the first steps in the world of investments. The initial registrations already prove the potential of this strategy. Producing a course might seem challenging, but it doesn't have to be complex. If you are an expert in something, like organizing a budget, understanding stocks, or even generating extra income, you can start with a simple module and expand as you gain experience. Platforms like Udemy and Teachable make the technical process much easier. Moreover, student feedback helps to improve and even create new content based on the real needs of the audience. Interestingly, courses also function as a complement to other income strategies. For example, the lectures I mentioned earlier generate interest in more in-depth materials, while the online community offers a space for students to interact and learn together. It's a cycle that not only increases the impact of the content but also diversifies the sources of revenue even further. After all, knowledge can and should be transformed into wealth, especially when shared strategically. Wizard, I hope you enjoyed these tips. These 9 sources of income are the ones I use, but there are many others. The question is, what's stopping you from starting to build your own sources of income today? Remember, every step, no matter how small, is a move towards your financial freedom. Starting can seem difficult, but standing still has a much higher cost. And to help you even more in this process, I've left a tool in the pinned comment that could be the key to organizing your finances once and for all. With it, you'll have a clear view of your expenses, be able to plan your savings, and start investing wisely. Don't let this opportunity pass by. A small investment now could be the step that was missing for your major breakthrough towards financial freedom. Which of these ideas do you think makes the most sense for your reality? AdSense, dividends, or perhaps exploring affiliate marketing? Let me know here in the comments. I really want to know what your next step will be. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, do it now. Activate notifications so you don't miss any content that can transform your relationship with money. Let's continue this conversation and, perhaps, build wealth together. The decision to change starts here.